Gemini, I don't know what happened in the past recently or if someone pissed you off. You may be pissed off at the situation right now, but later down the road, you're going to be so thankful that this situation happened because I see this as being the root cause of what motivates you or inspires you, Gemini, of really creating a lot in your life. You have the Ace of Swords energy as your overall card for your predictions this week today. Gemini. And so the Ace of Swords is like a lot of creative ideas. You're getting really motivated, inspired, Gemini, about what to be the steps that you're going to be taking next. You might be getting really inspired recently of creating or building things that lead to financial abundance in your life. So maybe you're thinking about different hobbies or something that could be financially successful. All right, very positive blessing in that way. If you have if you're coming into this tarot reading right now, Gemini, already with some type of idea or ideas, as a tarot reader, when you see multiple aces, and spoiler alert, darling, another card that I pulled for the predictions is the Ace of Wands. And so that's three aces that we have here for you, Gemini. And so as a tarot reader, when you see multiple aces in one spread like this, that's like the green light from your spiritual team, the universe, God, what you align with, Gemini, the go ahead of doing something because it would be extremely profitable. So follow with that passion right now. Things are really aligned for you intuitively because of the factor where I feel like you're in this place of where you just don't care about people. Not that you don't care about folks right now, Gemini, but I feel like the idea of even like hearing about like a love reading in specific or hearing about people, like you just don't care right now. You're so disinterested. Maybe it's because of just what happened, something that has recently happened in your social life, but maybe for just a lot of you, Gemini, you're just in this place of where your heart is really calling for you to do something just of your own, right? You really are wanting to just create at this time. And so with this Queen of Swords energy here, I think this is the best thing that you can be doing for yourself, Gemini. I also do get this message as well of where the resistance that does come into your life at this time of while you are really just chasing the money, essentially really creating things in your life, further stabilizing your life, Gemini. I get that where the complications or the opposition comes in is actually through people. And so I think it's going to be really important for you right now, Gemini, to really protect your thoughts and to protect your peace at this time and to really not make it easy for people to reach out to you unless you want to reach out to them first, Gemini, because the more that you get distracted from by other people, the less your time that you're going to be having towards entertaining whatever is going on internally. With that Ace of Swords here, that would be really profitable. It's kind of like that sense of where, Gemini, like if I were to see this, I'd be like, ooh, okay, if I continue putting more energy into my projects like YouTube and stuff like that, this would be the opportune time for me because I would get some pretty positive results here, Ace of Pentacles. So I would be anticipating some positive things happening, right? And so, but if I were to give this time for other people, I wouldn't be getting as major results. And so the Geminis that really make some major breakthroughs in their life are the Geminis that make this time just about themselves and not really prioritizing out folks at this time. Like you're investing in the relationship that you're investing into is the relationship with yourself, as corny as that might sound, Gemini. But before we continue getting into this tarot reading some more, let me introduce myself, darling. My name is SimplyVelca. Gemini, I've been reading tarot cards for over 12 years. And what makes my tarot readings a little bit different from other tarot readers, Gemini, is that, well, yes, I'll talk about the positive things that you're manifesting. I also like to provide a sense of clarity or direction of how you go from point A to point B, because what good is hearing about the positive things that are going on in your life if you don't know how to claim it? And so remember, Gemini, I'm here for your breakthrough. I'm not here to just tell you a message that you will just want to hear, all right? And so I'm here to help you get actual results in your life. And so if I sound like the type of tarot reader for you, let's just continue on here, Gemini. I'm going to pull a couple cards for still your predictions here. Four of Pentacles, really like what you invest into at this time, Gemini, is really going to pay off in tenfold here. Four of Pentacles is a card of really positive stocks, but you have to take action as well. Don't be a sitting duck at this time, Gemini. This is really the time to really book it. Seven of Swords, again, as I was saying beforehand, Gemini, I get like this distinction of where people in your life are really going to try to be the distraction in your life, or be the distraction in your life where you're just on like such a good roll, and then Seven of Swords, people come at you with some drama or some BS, that I just feel like you're at this place where you're just better than that, Gemini. You have bigger plans, bigger goals in mind, and you just don't want to entertain the dramas of other folks. And so I do want to just give you the heads up in that, to Gemini, and that that's going to be your biggest challenge, is being able to just focus on your own personal stuff and not allow outside people to cause drama in your life. All right, going into your career, we have the Five of Wands. Now, this is my least favorite card in the tarot deck, Gemini, because this is the card of people just trying to start some BS with you. People who are seeing you from a sense of competition here. All right. Page of Wands. I really do see, when it comes to your career, of opportunities finding you, Gemini. But again, I feel like they only find you should you actually make time for this Ace of Swords, for these ideas in the first place. But as these opportunities find you, that's when the oppositions are going to be coming in from people from your past. Ten of Swords as well coming in here. Yeah, just really protect yourself at this time, Gemini. If I don't believe tarot should ever tell someone what they should be doing with their life, but if I could tell you to do something right now, Gemini, is one, keep that block button strong. Two, don't be looking at your phone or feeling obligated to respond to people. And just three, Gemini, focus just on yourself. Because again, while I know some of you might be in this place where you're just like, oh, Velka, I'm lonely right now. Like, it would be nice to have like a friend or a lover to confide into. Like, I completely get it, Gemini. All right. And I know it's much easier said than done, but I really feel like you'll feel so silly, Gemini, if you were to, like, later down the road, you would feel so silly for wanting to put energy into folks right now, when you, like, down the road, you'll see like how invaluable this time and energy was for you. Again, like, Gemini, I see some of you guys making some really powerful results when you choose to just not care about folks at this time. It doesn't mean that you're going to be single forever, Gemini, or that you're not going to have new friendships coming in right now or anything like that. But there's just we have chapters or seasons of our life, Gemini, where sometimes we just have to focus on our career. When we really want to go from point A to point B, ultimately here, Gemini, right? And so you have to just make those types of sacrifices, especially for some of you. I get this impression, Gemini, where it's like this sense of frustration of, like, you really want to live a type of life, or you really want to have certain accolades, but it's just been very slow progress for you recently, Gemini. This would be the time to just be like, you know what, put a bookmark on your relationships right now, focus on your craft. Right, I can't stress this enough for you, Gemini. Though, like, this has like the secret sauce recipe for a Gemini to have like $1 million type of idea, or like a very powerful business type of energy here, right? Even when it has your social spread here, which I'll get into right now, you have the King of Pentacles. And so the next type of connection that you're going to be getting into in your life, Gemini, whether it's romantic or platonic, they're coming in at a place of where, with this King of Pentacles, they're coming at a place of where you are feeling like you are, how do I want to say this, Gemini? I see people coming into your life when you are at a certain place in your life where you're feeling really content or fulfilled. Getting the clarifying cards, let me show you here. You have the Two of Wands, Six of Swords, and Queen of Cups. Right now, I'm willing to bet for you, Gemini, that you just recently have made the choice and to not really put too much energy into certain folks. Maybe you just distance yourself from certain people because you're focusing on your future. You're focusing on the task at hand for you. How I see the next type of connection coming into your life here is at a place of where you already have laid down the foundation for yourself, right? And so I personally get, when it comes to like, July is like the month that really keeps on screaming out to me, but I feel like by July you'll be really settled into your own flow when it comes to your career or just your financial or hobbies or your endeavors and stuff like that, Gemini. And then that's when people find you and approach you. Like, the next time that you're able to entertain relationships is a time where you have a lot less lower stress levels, Gemini, because you don't have to stress so much about bills and stuff like that, because you have that handled. You have that solid foundation laid out for you. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards overall for this energy here, Gemini. Ultimately, how I would summarize this tarot reading for you today is, really a time where like the only person that matters is you. You are the main character, Gemini. You are the one that's going to create the life for yourself. No one's going to give that to you, and no one's going to be able to help you get there either, because you have accepted, Gemini, that the only person that you can rely on is yourself. Ultimately, at the end of the day, as sad as that might sound, as the Emperor card, like, you know, you see, you have the vision at hand, you see what it is that you can do, and ultimately it's only you that can do this, Gemini. Some of you guys are really having such a hard time in using your voice and speaking out here. All right, Three of Pentacles coming in here, and then we have the Ten of Wands. I really do just get this strong sense, Gemini, where it's like what's been holding you down or what's been holding you back is certain relationships in your life. Like, again, like, this is such a strange reading in the sense of where something in your life, like someone in your spiritual team, the universe, I don't know, there's someone around you right now, Gemini, that spirit does not like. They see this person, they see this energy, and they're just like, you know what, like, this person does not do any good for Gemini here. All right, Gemini needs to just focus on themselves, because if they were to go fishing for new relationships right now, all they're going to be getting is, I don't know, what's a bad fish? Trash, or I don't know. I don't like seafood, so all seafood is bad to me. But yeah, ultimately right now, Gemini, really just pay attention to who is in your circle right now, because there is this strong sense of where I feel like there's someone that it just is the very opposite of like helping you towards your goals. Like, they make it even harder. Even especially if you know someone that's like, this is gonna be very specific, and don't use this as like a witch hunt, Gemini, please don't. But this is more so confirming like an intuitive message here. Is like, I get like this sense of like someone in your life, Gemini, that is spiritually practicing as well, and I feel like they've like done nothing like too dark, but like I feel like they've done some like pettiness, Gemini. They've done some pettiness here. Five of Cups, yeah, Five of Cups, that's like an energy of someone that just does some petty stuff, someone that sees what it is that you are doing, and rather than being happy for you, they feel sorry for about themselves, and so rather than putting energy towards like doing things for themselves, they send negative energy towards you, or they just, whether it's like actual intentional spiritual efforts that they're doing, or when it just comes to their thoughts, like there's just like a lot of negative energy that just is very counterproductive towards what it is that you're trying to accomplish at this time, Gemini. So just take a look at who's around you, my friend. All right, but this is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, my darling Gemini. Hopefully something in here resonated. If it did, and you're looking for further clarity in your life, you can book a private tarot reading with me, Gemini, linked down below, simplyvelca.com, and I'll talk to you later, darling. Bye, Gemini.